Guys, Nathan here. Welcome to In the Sticks. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about cheap farming. Stay tuned. We've been clearing out all this elderbrush, but I didn't tell you exactly why we're clearing out all the elderbrush in some of the areas. If you're going to watch for any reason this morning, this is going to be it. All right, guys. This is it. We got pigs. Hello, piggy. They are fast asleep, and these are probably some of the calmest pigs I've ever seen. This one will let you pet him. This guy gets a little nervous. But there they are, 3 little pigs. Guys, so why did we decide to do pigs this year? We decided with the whole travel ban going on, all the coronavirus stuff, we're probably not going to be going a whole lot of places this year. So it's probably the perfect time to do a little bit of farming. We've done pigs in the past. I thought I would share a little bit about what we've learned from doing things and what we're going to do going forward that's different than what we did before. Before we used to have just a little tiny crates that we had the pigs go into. I actually had a rock holding those pieces of sheet metal on the top for a roof. It was a giant pain. I mean, it kept falling apart. So this year we decided to build something a lot better. And here's the thing, that only cost us $89 to build. So one thing that you gotta learn is that you gotta use what you have. In the past, we used to actually have Nigerian dwarf goats. They were a lot of fun, but we got out of doing them. So the stall that I had built off of our chicken coop, I took it apart, saved the lumber, and I used the same lumber there again. We had to buy a little bit of fresh lumber, but other than that, there was very little cost associated with it. Those hinges are actually 75-year-old hinges that I don't know if they're 75 years old, but they're probably about 75 years old. I found them out in the woods. And I just straightened them out, and there's like, you know, 10-20 bucks I saved just by using old hinges. And you know, the thing is, I realize all of you're not just gonna happen to have like old lumber hanging out for you to build a stall, but there's places that you can go, like local sawmills. Sometimes they'll sell you their reject rough cut boards, and you gotta work with them a little bit, but you have to remember, free is free. And you know, saving money is one of the things that can make farming a lot better experience than spending a lot of money. So the main point here is things don't have to be expensive. Back in the day here, when this was an old cattle farm, people just fenced stuff off. The cattle went and, you know, grazed this whole area over here and went down to that creek and drank water. Old farmers, they fed they fed their animals their table scraps, and that's kind of what we intend to do. We're gonna grow a little bit of a garden here, and we're gonna feed ourselves and feed our animals. Another thing that we did is we took this old 55-gallon drum. That's just an old food grade container right there, and I learned that in the past when we just had little buckets, that they would get mud in the buckets, that it'd rain, and that their grain would get water all over it. So now we just cut it so there's a nice little lip left over on it. Keeps the rain out and it keeps the food in. If it's sloppy food, I don't know if you can see it right there, I put some drain holes in there, and nice and simple. I mean, it's simple. I probably spent about $5 online getting this. I found it on Facebook Marketplace, and it doesn't have to be super expensive. Other thing that experience has taught me is pigs like to knock their water over. So we took this other food grade barrel here, and we put little pig nipples on there. I don't know if that's actually what you call them, but that's what the guy at the store called them. There's like a little plunger in there. They chew on that, and then the water just flows down out for the pigs. And they're not going to probably knock out that barrel with 25 gallons of water in the bottom to hold it down. But if we couldn't stop just at pigs, we got one other thing. Who can guess the other thing? I'll give you a hint. They're going to really love this pond. Ducks! This little A-frame here, I actually built this out of scraps I found in the woods too. This roofing here that was left over when we came here, this is just some rough cut lumber, and I probably only spent under $100 on this as well. I know everybody can't be lucky enough to find scraps in the woods, but Craigslist, you will find some amazing stuff too. So there they are. We got one drake. The drake is a male. You can tell the males because they'll have a little curl on the back of their tail. And when they quack, their voices are a little bit softer. And with the rising price of eggs, we've been left some morning gifts. We got duck eggs. I'm actually surprised they're laying already because usually when you get ducks, we've only had these guys for 2 days now, and they usually don't lay right away. But there they are. So, welcome to the house. The boys decided to name the ducks. We haven't got names for the girls yet, but the boy, his name is Phil. So he named him after a flamingo, thinking as flamingo, but so his name is Phil. This is another thing that you can do on the cheap here. So, dog kennel. Got that for nothing. Actually, when we were stationed out in Fort Lewis, someone was moving and they couldn't take it with them, so they asked us if we wanted it. But what I did here is I took some old lawnmower wheels, and you can actually adjust this up. You lift up the cage and you can put the wheels down. Here's the handle here off of the lawnmower. I've got a little hook that holds it on, but you lift up and you can put the ducks into here to let them free range and go all over and still get your eggs. So we still plan on letting them go all over the yard here, but for the first couple days we want them to be used to being here, getting fed, knowing where their house is, and when they don't lay their eggs in the coop, we've had ducks in the past that lay them all over the woods here. It's actually working out awesome that they just lay them already early in the morning, and we probably won't use that tremendously long, but it'll be nice for now. Well, that's it, guys. A quick little update. I was so busy building a lot of this stuff that I didn't actually get to record the process again, but I thought I'd show you what's going on and some of the things you can do to start your hobby farm. Today we're going to be planting some seeds. It's just kind of getting warm enough to where we can think about having a garden, so we're going to get the garden set up, and we're thinking about growing a little piggy garden to be a little bit more self-sufficient. Oh, one more thing. When and if you decide to get pigs, this is something you might want to consider. So we were talking about a piggy garden, and what I meant by that is I was going to grow them a little special garden with some food that I can feed them straight out of there to kind of minimize the cost of buying grain and things at the store. Yeah, they might not get as fat, but we're doing it like for absolutely nothing, so that's actually a really cool thing. Another thing that we do is we ask our local grocery store for their scraps, and we get great things for them. We got strawberries, we got bread, we got old lettuce, all stuff that they will love and devour and be good, healthy food for them. And it costs us absolutely nothing but our time and a little bit of gas to go pick it up. Notice one more thing. The plow truck's gone. That thing has been sitting there for probably, I don't know, 6 months. Couldn't get it going. It didn't have any key. And I decided to hotwire it. It worked. I was actually pretty excited. I mean, it works, but it doesn't work well. And I thought it was cool just because it was kind of fun to sit there and rip it apart and hotwire it. But we got it to park. It just, you can't adjust the blade very well. You can lift it up and down. Right and left is a whole other story. It doesn't want to move that much. I don't know if I should keep it. I mean, the thing roars like it's a monster truck when you start. It's total straight pipe exhaust. If it's even getting to the pipe, I mean, I think it's just holes in the headers there. But it is, it's going, and maybe we'll keep it, maybe we won't. I don't know what to do. It is rough, and I don't know if it's going to be worth putting in any money into that thing, but we'll see. So there is the plow truck. We got the pigs down here, we got the ducks over here, and I told you a little bit about sheep farming, things that you can do. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll give you more updates on our little farm here, more updates on some of our projects, and we will see you next time.